Hello and welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to continue building our project right here. And if we look at the diagram that I have created here, right now we are on front end and we are going to build homepage right here. So if I come back to this demo project here and look at also the other component that we should build, we have this we have category here as a component. Also we have the component for products, and in the last also we have this footer component here. So if we look at our project that you are building right now, you can see that we only have created navbar component, we have our banner component, and now we need to create a component for category. So let's come here to our code, and inside here we can create this component. Inside this folder component here, we can create a category component, and this should be, we can use just a shortcut RFCE to create the component, and we are going to call it category. You can call it categories or maybe sliders, maybe the way you want to call them. So here I'm going to add this category in our home page because category is being displayed in our home page. So let me import it here. So category like that, you can see auto completion, and we can import it like that. So if I come back now here, we can be able to create now the categories. So if I come back to this demo project here, you can see we have these three categories, and each category have a background image, and you can see we have this overlay here that is kind of black, and also we have this text. So that is what we are going to create. So here I'm going to, in my code, let's come here to my code, and the first thing that I need to do is to make sure that the category are on the same line horizontally. So I'm going to use a flex, display flex, and to make sure that they are on the same line, I can use item center, and also I can give a margin too, so that we have some margin, or we can just give a margin 3. So inside here now I can create individual category. So let me create that section here. So for this one, I'm going to have a class name, and let's create a single category. So the first thing that we need to have is to make sure that is relative, because we are going to have an overlay, and we want our overlay to have a position absolute. So for our category, we want to give it position relative. So another thing is that we need to give a background color, and we can do that by using bg, and then inside here we can add URL, and now we can specify the location for our image. So our image is inside public folder, and we can have the location and the name of that image, that is. So for this one is JPG, like that. And if I do that and come back to my project here, be able to see that afterward you should see the image here. But to be able to see the image, we need also to add some other things for this background image. For example, we need to add pg no repeat. So pg no repeat, this here also we need to make sure that it covers the whole div, so bg cover, and also we need to do bg center, so to make sure that it is centered. So if I come back now here, you'll be able to see that it will be displayed, and I can reload here to be able to show that. So here I think still we don't have, maybe the location here is not it is not right. So I'm going to add from the bg center here, I'm going to add other things. For example, bg for the color here, I'm going to give it a variation of slate color, and then also I'm going to give a height of 500 pixels. And also for the height, for the width, I'm going to give it a width of 400 pixels. And I think now if I save this and come back here, we need to see now the image here. You can see we have the image here. And here you cannot be able to see like an ovary because we have not created the ovary, and we are going to make sure that we create the ovary. And then also the other thing that we need to do is to make sure that it is centered. So I'm going to use item flex and then item center, and also we are going to add justify center. And then the last thing that we are going to add here is the margin should have a margin of 20 pixels, like that. So after that, now for this single or individual category, we need to create now the overlay inside here. So for the overlay, we can give it even the opacity. So let me create a div here. So the first thing that we also need to make sure is the position should be absolute. And also we need, let me just make sure that spelling is right. And also we need to give it an inset of 0. Also we need to give it the BG to be gradient. It should be gradient and then gradient, and this one should be to 1. So like that. Also we are going to give it from which color. So we are going to give a shade of black. So black /50. So that is like opacity. And then you can say to transparent. So to transparent. So after that, now if I come back here and scroll, you'll be able to see that it has a shade of black. And then after that, now another thing that I can do right here is to add now the other part that handles the text. So here we have a div, and then let us make sure that we style. So class name, and here we can give it a position of relative. Position relative. Also we need to give it display flex. We need to have items to be center. We also have to have justify to be center, like that, to be able to center the text. And now after that, here we can give it a heading, and this heading we can give it category. So that is our first category. Here we need to style this heading. So here we need to give it to have a semi-bold, and also we need to give it like the font size. So the font size here, we are going to give it a font size of 30 pixels because we want the text to be larger, and also we need to give a white text like that. So if I make sure that I format this and save that, if I come back here, be able to see that now you can be able to see the category here and also the text. We have background color, we have a dark overlay, and we have the text. So let me make sure that I format my code. So here I need to come up here, let me right click and format. Let me remove these extra spaces also. And also now we are going to just copy and paste, because now we have an individual category where we can just copy and paste like 3 times here. So let's do that. If I just copy paste like that 3 times, you can see now we have these 3 categories here. We need to change the text here and also the background image. So for this one, for the second one here, I'm going to use another category here, and also the text here should be different. So let me use here a different category. So for this one, the third category, now I'm going to add another image here. So, and also I'm going to give or to just add a different category here, like that. So now the last one here, also we are going to give it a different category. So for this one, I'm going to give a text image here, and this image, all of these images are in our public folder, so don't forget. So if you haven't also watched the other video, kindly make sure you watch them so that you'll be able to understand where I'm getting these images from. So I think now that's okay. If I save that and come back here, you can see now we have these different categories, and you can see they look really nice. So now the other part that we need to look at is this part where we have our products. We need to have these products right here, and we can be able to display the image, the text here, and you can see also the price and our also we need to display this rating here. So let's do that. This part for the products right here. Let's come back to our project here, and already you can see we have created this category here. So let's continue and let's close also this component for our this component here for our categories. So inside now our components, also we need to create another component, and this component will hold our product. So I'm going to call it products, and you can see .jsx, and also here we can just say RFCE as our shortcut, and then here inside we need to now be able to create a styling for our product. So let's look at how the products look like. So for example, you can see for our products here we are going to have like the text. So my project here is reloading. Also you can see we need to have this text, we have the image here, we have the price, and then these are star ratings here. And also you can see they are displayed here horizontally, and you need to make sure that they display flex and then flex wrap, so that when they get to this end here they need to start arranging themselves at the bottom here. So let's do that. So here I'm going to remove this text and make sure that I import this category for products. So products here, let me import them, this category here, this for the product, this component, and then for the products here I need to add the class name, and here we need to make sure that the display is flex because we are displaying our product in a horizontal manner. Also we need to flex wrap so that they are being arranged under the other products if they get to the end. So here also I need to give a margin here for the horizontal, and we are going to give it a margin of 30 pixels. So here now I need to create an individual product. So this one, so for this one I need to style also, and here we need to make sure that the here the information is in vertical, so because you can see the text are under the image, and also the price here is under this text here, or the title. So to do that here I'm going to do flex and then flex column, and also we need to make sure that the items we center them. So item center we are going to have justify to be center, and also we are going to give a height to be have a 500 pixels like that, and also we are going to give a margin of, let's say, 20 pixels, and also we need to have a cursor pointer because remember when we click on this product here we need to go to detailed product page. So if I can do that, and now inside here I need to first of all specify the image. So for the image here I can use any image. For example, here let me use this image.jpg, and here I can add also the class name. So for the class name we need to specify the height. So for the height here I can give a height of 400 pixels. 400 pixels. For the also the width you need to give it a 400 pixels, and then the other thing is to make sure that it covers the whole component or the whole container, sorry. So this is beige cover like that, and if I make sure that I save this and come back here to this project, we need to be able to see, you can be able to see that we have that here, and kind of you can see that this image here is distorted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change here from bg cover, and I can give it maybe bg contain, and then let's see how it looks like. So I think I've saved now, yeah, like that. I think that's we are going to make sure that we fix this. Let's add the other part. So the other part that we need to have is the heading part. So for the heading, let's add below this. So heading 1, and I can be able to, let me copy from this project here. For example, I'm going to copy this text here, or maybe this one here. Let me copy it up here like that, copy that, and you're going to add it here. Actually here I can see that I have not copied the text, so let's try again, and we are going to paste it here, yeah, like that. And then the other thing that I want, so let me just go back so that we can see the other part that we need to have. Now also we have the price here, so let's add also the price. The price here should be just like a span also, so let's add the span here, and this one we can just add like $100 or something like that. And then here we are going to have the rating. So but first of all, let us make sure that we start the title for our product. So this is the class name for the product, for the title. So we are going to make sure that the font size, the font weight is semi bold. We are going to give the font size to have a font size of 18 pixels, and also we are going to, I think that's all that we can do here. So I'm going to have a class name here for the price, and for the price I'm going to add the, also the text font size should be 18 pixels, and also the font should be semi bold like that. So let's see how it looks like. So if I come back here, you can see we have text here, but also we need to make sure that is contained. So let's make sure that this is contained here, and we can give the width here to be just a width of, let's say for example 300 pixels, or let's say 400 pixels like that. And if I do that, this one should be contained. Yeah, you can see it's now contained here. And also I want to make sure that the text here is centered, so I can just say flex and say items center, and also justify to be center like that. So let's, if I do that, let's see how it will be styled. So it's actually in the center right now. So what we are going to do is now look at the rating. So for the rating, we are going to use a package that is called React Star Rating. So let's come here and see the documentation. React Star Star Rating. So let's open the documentation right here. So for React Star Ratings here, we are going to see how to use this component as our star rating component. So here we are going to have star ratings. So this is the documentation. So the first thing that you need to do is to install. So I'm going to copy this command here and open our terminal. So my terminal here, open the terminal. Let's also make sure that we navigate. Let's navigate to our front end, and you need to paste this command here. Make sure that we install. So let's see what the documentation says. So the first thing that you need to do is to import these star ratings. So I'm going to import it, star ratings here, and we are going to add it up here. So also you can see that our package has been installed. So the other thing that we need to do here is to specify So for example, you can see the number of stars, and so I'm going to copy this like that, and I think here you can be able to see the other things that you can add as props, or the options that you can add as a prop. So I'm going to use this that is down here. So copy this, and I'm going to paste it down here like that. So let's see first of all how it will look like. So format the code, and then let's see if we are able to see the rating. So you can see here this failed to resolve import from src components product does not the file does not exist. So what we are going to do, let's see, we are going to make sure that we get it from, so let me import it from React. So this is React star rating. So ratings like that, and be able to see it. And then let's see if our error has been resolved. Yes, so you can see here our error has been resolved. Let's see if we can be able to see the star ratings. Yeah, you can see already here we have our star rating here, and you can see these stars are very large. So what we can do is to see other options that we can use to make sure that we style that. So I'm going to actually make sure that we change this star rating spacing here. So, and also dimensions. Yeah, so let's change the dimensions. So for this one, I'm going to give, for example, this to be just 15, and then also we are going to give this star spacing to be 10 or even 5. I think 5 is okay. So if I save that and then come back here, you can see now the star ratings are small and they look okay. We can make sure that at least this is a bit large. So let's give to 20. So yeah, you can see here we have this star rating here, and I want to give them a different color. So let's see how to change the color. So if I come back here and see if we have the color, so this is the color here. So can add this as a prop. So let's add the prop here like that, and then we can specify the color here. So for this color, we can give a color yellow, I think, or orange, I think so. So let's see for the yellow color how it looks. Yeah, you can see how beautiful it is. So now we have this component here for the star rating, and also this one as a whole as a product. So what we are going to do is that I'm going to make sure that also I add the number of people who have added their rating or have reviewed this product and give the rating. So I'm going to make sure that this one is like a div, or let's add as a span. Let's give it as a span, and then here we are going to give a number of people who have rated this product. So for example, this I can add like 2, and if I do that, format this, let's see how it will look like. So if I come back here, be able to see here we have the number of people who have rated this product. So, and then also I can add some styling here. So let me remove this to make sure that they are in the same line. I'm going to use display flex, and also the item should be centered to make sure that they are on the same line, and save that. So if I do that, you can see here they will be styled and they will be in the same line. So let's see that items, this should be item center, not item center. If I do that, you'll be able to see that now they are on the same line. So now we can add have here. So let me format this. So for this one here, we can just copy paste from this part here. So let me push this down here. So you can see this is an individual product here. So we can copy and paste so that we have different products. But what we are going to do is to create another component to make our code more organized. So let me format this first of all. So I'm going to copy this part here, and I'm going to create a component here that is called product. So product component, so .jsx like that, and I'm going to have to use the shortcut RFCE. So this is a single product, and then what we are going to do right here is now we can be able to paste, let us return the product or what we have copied from the other component, and from these products here I need to copy now these ratings, these star ratings now, and add it here to our individual product like that, and you can see the error is gone. But now we need to add that product component here. So import product component here like that, and then if I save that, now you not even notice the difference because now we have a component, but our code is more organized right now. So I can paste now this product here several times. So let me copy and paste here several times. So for this one, we can add it like that, and if I do that, you'll be able to see that we have these 4 products here. So 5, actually there are 5. So let's see also the things that we should change here, because I feel this product here is kind of not, this product here is distorted, the image is distorted. So I'm going to change this. Let me give it like another image. So let's see if this image will be distorted. Yeah, you can see at least this image is not distorted. And also I think I can give, for example, for the image here, I can give some, I can change the width and also the height. So we can just leave the height to be the same, and the width here we can give, for example, 300 pixels. So if I do that, yeah, I think this now looks nice. And here we can change now, we can be able to change, for example, you can see the margin is too big, and also for the text here for the title, we can just make sure that it is 300. And also let's see the margin. So let's see the margin to be, let's give a margin to be 10 pixels at least. So if I change that, and here you can see now it looks really nice. So, and then also we need to make sure that for these products here, we can change we can change this margin here to have a margin X, and let's give it 40. So right here now you can see that this one looks nice, and I'm going to first of all remove one product so that they will be on the same line. And if I do that, yeah, you can see now we have products here. So in the other videos, we are going to change this. We are going to have different products here because we are going to fetch these products from the database. But now we have the other part that we need to build now, which is our footer. So we have our footer here. So we need to have our logo, we have this tagline here, and also we have these quick lines, contact us, and this other part here for the copyright, and this we have also this part here that we have the icon for the social media. So let's go back to our code. Let's create a footer component. I had already created the footer component. So now inside here, the first thing that I need to have is these 2 parts. So if you check for the footer component, we have this upper part that holds this part here, and also we have the lower part that holds this copyright and the social media icons here. So the first thing, let me create the upper part, and also down here we are going to have the lower part like that. So I'm going to comment here upper part like that. Let me make sure that I comment, and also we have this other part that is lower part. So if I do that and make sure that I comment that, so here we are going to have for example, the styling here, we need to give it a background color here to be gray, and we are going to give a variation of 100. Also, we are going to have the padding. We are going to have a padding of 200 pixels, and also we are going to give a height of 60V height, so 60V height. And also for the margin top, we can give a margin top of 50 pixels. So, or let's give it like 40. I think that would be okay. And now we can work on this part here, the upper part. And this one, we are going to make sure that it is horizontal using display flex. And also we need to space them, the items in this upper part in spacing. We need to space them evenly. So we are going to use justify between, and also for the padding, we are going to use padding vertical of 15 or 5%. So 5%. And then the other thing that we are going to do here is to have this part that holds the logo and the tagline. So this one we have to have the image. So the image here is base logo 1.png, and also we are going to have the height. So the height here we are going to have a height of 200, and also the width should be of 200. So 200 like that. If I save this and then come back to my project here, be able to see that the logo here has been displayed. Now we need the tagline, so I'm going to copy this tagline here. So I'm going to copy it from this side, and we can add it in our code here. So right here we are going, after the image, we are going to have the paragraph, and we can add now this text here as our tagline, and I'm going to give it a class name. And the only thing that I'm going to add here is margin top to be having a margin top of 2. And if I come back here to my project, you'll be able to see that it has been or we have added this margin top, and we have a space here. So now we need to have the other part now that holds the quick links. So I'm going to have a div here. The first thing that I'm going to have here is the heading, and this heading here is for quick links. So let me add here quick links. So quick links, and here we need now to have an ordered list. So let's add an ordered list here and a list. So for this one, let me style first of all this heading here. So add the class name. So the class name here. So I'm going to add the class name here. So let's add h3 and then class name like that. So this one I'm going to give a text of a large. Also I'm going to give it a font to have a font size or font weight of semi-bold. So let's do that, semi-bold like that. And if I come back to the project here, you can be able to see now we have the quick links here, and also we need to style this list here. So for this list, let me come back here. We are going to have like a class name. We are going to give a margin of 2, and then also we are going to give a space y here, that means vertically, and we need to give it 2. So for this list here, also we are going to make sure that inside here we have anchor tag, so that we can go to other places for when we click on it. So this one we are going to have as a home, the first link. And also this anchor tag here we need, or this link we need to make sure that we style it. So I'm going to add a class name here, and we need to add, when you hover over it, you give it an underline effect, so like that. So I can copy this and paste it several times. So we have another link, and this link is about us. So about us. Also we need to have another link here. So for this link we are going to have it as the shop. It is going to take you to shop. And also we need to have another, the last link here. After this we have that is contact us, or contact. So let me add here contact like that, and then let me remove the space here. So if I save this and then come back to our project, you can see we have this part where you can hover over it, and you can see right by default are underlined, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is remove this space here. This is the space that make sure that we have underlined the text. So let me remove the space here. So we can remove the space also here and also down here, so that when we hover over it, that's the only time that we get that effect for underlining. So if I do that and then come back here, you can see, yeah, we get that effect for underlining these links, so that you can be able to see or to know that you can click on these links. So now we have the other part. So let me see the other part, which is our contact information here. So let's do that, create another part. So for the other part here, so let me create another div, and here this is where we have now the contact information. So class name here, we are going to have width to be full, and also we are going to have, when the screen is a medium screen, we are going to have the width to be a third. So let's add one here and a third. And now we can add the information for contacting. So first of all is the heading. So this one we can add here, contact us. So contact us like that. For this one also I'm going to have the same styling as the other heading. So I'm going to copy from the heading here, so this styling, and I'm going to paste it down here because it's the same thing. And also after the heading here, we are going to have like text down here. So for this one, let me first of all make sure that I add the styling. So I'm going to give a margin top of 2. So I'm going now to paste the information here. So the first information that we need is the address. So copy the address here, and I'm going to paste it here like that. Also, I'm going to have, let me copy this here. And for this one, let me format this also. So for this one, I'm going to add the phone number as the second here. So also let me paste it here, and we have the other part also, and the other part is now the email. So I'm going to copy this email and paste it here. Actually we need to make sure that we paste even the styling. So let me copy the styling here and paste it here like that. So if I save this, format this and remove the extra space right there, and if I come back now to my project, you can see here that we have the contactors and they are styled in the same line here. For the quick links we have this hover effect here where we can be able to, when we hover over it, we have the underlined text. So the other part that we need to have is we need to have this horizontal line here that is pink. So let me make sure that I add that. So before we go to the lower part here, so let me format everything. So before we go to the lower part, or we can just add this on the lower part here. So let me copy this. Actually, we have the lower part here. So for this lower part here, so let me see also if the styling is okay. So here, this is the upper part. We have the lower part here. So let me make sure that I style this. So for this part, we are going to have the margin here. Let me add the margin top here to be 8. So for the also for the border, should give a border to border top, and this is because we want to give a color. So the border top, and then we need to specify the color. So for the color here, we can give a pink color, a shade of it. So E9 and then AC and D9, like that. Also, the other thing that I need to specify is we need to have a padding top, to have a padding top of 4, and then we can say text should be center, so that to make sure that text is centered. So if I save this and come back here to my project, be able to see now that we have this thin line here, and if you want to add the thickness of this line, you can add the height also. So the other part that we need to have here is the part where we have the copyright, and also we have this the other part, which is the icons. And what I'm going to do here is that I have already prepared that information. So I'm going to just copy everything here, copy like that, and I'm going to paste everything here as a lower part because I already had prepared that. And then I didn't want to waste a lot of time here because this is a CFG icons, and you'll find this in the resource part of this video. So I'm going to save that, and if I come back here, you can be able to see that we have our copyright here, and also we have our icons here for social media. So I think that is what I wanted in this video. I have added the product here, and but in this case here, you can see for this part the products are the same. And what I think we can do right here is to make sure that we add images as a prop so that we can pass in the different images. So but we'll do that in the other video. I think this video is longer enough. And then the last thing that we are going to do is to push our code. So let me come here, clear everything. I'm going to check for the branches that we have. So let's do git branch. You can see right now we are in this branch that is called frontend. So I'm going to add the changes that I have made, and I'm going to commit also, and I'm going to just add a comment here, completed homepage, like that. You can add anything that you want. And then the last thing is to push. So git push origin, and right now because we are working on the front end branch, we are going to specify that, and then let us push now the code here. So this one we can just add the passphrase and then make sure that we push the code. So the code is being pushed, and I think we had already made a lot of changes because it's taking a lot of time. So I'm going to my GitHub here. So also for the CFG, you can find it in this GitHub because already when you are watching this video, the code will have been pushed. So let me make sure that I do the pull request. So compare and pull request, And the other thing is to make sure that I create pull request here. And also I need to make sure that I merge. So it's checking for ability to merge automatically, and after that I merge, pull request, confirm merge, and now our front end will be merged with our master branch, and that is what I wanted. So now I have completed my homepage here. In other videos, we are going first of all to make sure that this product are at least different and it display different products, and then we are going to continue with our detailed product page. So that is that. Remember to like this video and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. And have a great day. See you on the next video.